Everybody, it's the Hyphenate here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to easily do auto captions in DaVinci Resolve. Now this works with 18.5 and above, and it actually works really well. Now keep in mind, this will affect the entire timeline, so all clips, the entire length of the project will have captions on once you select the option. So I'm going to do just this short little clip just to show you. So here we have a clip from my Doubt Me podcast.
Today's special guest, Keelan Dad. What's poppin', bro?
Thanks, man. Thanks for the introduction.
Again, this can be as long or as short as you want. I'm just going to work with this little short clip. It's really simple. Here on the edit page, all you have to do is go up to the timeline option, click on that, scroll down to where it says create subtitles from audio. Now keep in mind, if there's background music or if you're trying to do subtitles for a song, it's not really going to work well. This is ideal mostly for clean, clear dialogue. So we're going to go ahead and select that. Now you have various options for language, caption preset. Now one thing I would really like, so hopefully DaVinci Resolve, please, if you see this, add this option. Allow us to choose our own preset. So that way, whatever style font, options, sizing, etc., we can have our own template. Unfortunately, it doesn't right now. So you have to go through this part and then you have to go and manually choose your settings. We'll get to that in a bit. I usually find that whatever it recommends here, maximum 42 characters per line. On a horizontal video, works perfectly fine. Lines, you can have single or double. I like single. Gap between subtitles, so you can have a little bit more gap. I leave it at 0. So I'm gonna go ahead and press create. Now, depending on how long your video is, how powerful your computer is, this can take some time. It's usually pretty quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and press play and see what it did automatically.
Today's special guest, Keelan Dad. What's poppin', bro?
Thanks, man. Thanks for the introduction.
Now, I'm really not a fan of the standard look. Again, that's why I would like a template or a preset option so we can choose exactly the type of font, size, depth, stroke, shadow, etc. that we like. And when we generate, it does it already in that layout. But if you want to make a change, all you have to do is select all the subtitle clips that you want. Here in the Inspector tab, you have the option for caption and track. We're gonna go to track. Here you can choose your font. I like to use impact, select that. Oftentimes I change it to 62. There's a stroke, which is an outline. I like to have an outline on, and depending on the color of the background, you can choose whatever color you want, but I like black and I like to make the size a little thicker so it's more noticeable. You can go from 0 to 16, depending on what people are wearing or what colors there are. You might need to make it a little thicker so it really stands out. Scrolling down, you can choose a drop shadow. I like to have it a little offset with 6 on the X and -6 on the Y. Put the opacity to 100. Again, all this is personal preference, whatever you want to do. You can have a background if you want. You change the opacity of it. I'm gonna leave that off. Subtitle settings, use project settings, which is what we already chose. But if you want to go ahead and adjust that, you can uncheck this and manually change that. I'm gonna leave it as is. Now here under the transform, you can actually move the height, location down or up with the Y, and with the X, the horizontal. You can reset that if you make a mistake. You can choose the zoom out. I don't like to zoom in because now you're just stretching it. So if you want to make the size bigger, just go ahead and increase the font size. So let's go ahead and press play and see how it looks.
Today's special guest, Keelan Dad. What's poppin', bro?
Thanks, man. Thanks for the introduction.
Now it spelled his name incorrectly, so if you want to go ahead and adjust the text, you can go ahead and select the caption clip. Here in the inspector, click on caption, and then now you can go ahead and make any adjustments. He spells it with 2 E's and 2 D's. Everything else, it got right. Now it does tend to do this little hyphen, this little dash, when it switches back and forth from different people talking. Personally, I'm not a fan of that, so I usually end up going in and I remove that. Now this works pretty well when it comes to punctuations, quotations, etc. But on occasion, it will get things incorrect, so you'll have to go in and actually manually fix that. Now, if you want to end up doing any of your own cuts, so you can separate it. For example, if this one I feel is too long, today's special guest, and I don't want to have the comma Keelan Dad, I can actually just select that, find where I want to cut, and for me, it's going to be where the name is. You can split the clip and work with this just like you would with a normal clip. Go to the previous caption. I'm going to delete where I say the name. Now go to the other clip and delete what was before.
Today's special guest, Keelan Dad. What's poppin', bro?
Thanks, man. Thanks for the introduction.
So there's a lot of room for customization and being able to fix things, but I'll say that these auto captions work really well, and it usually gets me about 95, 97% of the way, especially when I have a long piece. It definitely makes my life a lot easier. Now, a very important thing to know is that when you're rendering your video, when you go here to the Deliver tab, once you choose all your settings, name, etc., scroll down all the way to the bottom, and you'll see here where it says Subtitle Settings. For some reason, whenever I do subtitles, by default, whenever you add subtitles, it doesn't add them into your render. So if you put your video to add to render queue and then you render, your subtitles will not be there. You have to go here to the subtitle settings and select export subtitle. Now you can choose as a separate file, as embedded captions, or burn into video. Personally, I like to burn into video when I am doing captions. So I usually render out a video without any captions, and then I do one with the captions burned into the video. So I have 2 video files at the end. Now, if you do it like me, you're gonna have to add to render queue without the subtitles, and then turn this feature on, change the name to make sure that you can differentiate the two different videos, and then you can add to render queue, and now you'll have two videos in the queue, and then you can render all. So there you have it. That's how simple it is to add subtitles with auto captions in DaVinci Resolve. On this channel, we have a lot of other DaVinci Resolve tutorials, so make sure to check out that playlist. Hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please drop a like on this video, drop a comment below if you have any questions, and please make sure to subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming soon. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.